Kyle, I couldn't help but notice you only have one takeaway sticker.
Yeah.
It's like you guys have had camp for almost 2 weeks now. Cruz has like 3 already. What's going on?
Ball ain't coming my way for real, but I'm just staying fundamental, just waiting for the next time the ball comes my way. But the offense definitely getting better, getting smarter, so they definitely know how to take care of the ball, especially the big improvement, big jump from spring.
How are you preparing for, I guess, teams to not run your way or not throw your way? I mean, how do you still impact the game, right? Prepare to impact the game?
I'm not like a cornerback or nothing, so like the ball is bound to come my way at some point. So as long as I ain't sleeping, I'm just on edge every play. So I know, there's gonna be a play where you gotta like change it up, come my way at some point, and I'm be ready.
We heard you talk about your film study, and part of that is looking back on plays that maybe you messed up last year. I'm sure there aren't a ton of those after an All-American season, but what have you kind of noticed watching some of those plays? Where are the areas that you feel like, oh, I could have been better here?
Probably most likely just running after the ball more. Just keep running towards the ball and just like getting more punch outs. So definitely this season, you're definitely gonna see a lot more forced fumbles coming out of me.
What do you like about Braylon Lovelace at the Mike spot?
He a sideline to sideline middle linebacker. So that's definitely gonna be a big improvement for me and him. He's way more elusive, way improvement of a passing linebacker, and he trying to make plays just like us. So I definitely trust him to make plays, and he trusts us to make plays too.
How have you seen the depth overall? And I know we've talked about behind you at star, but just overall on the linebacker, how have you seen the depth sort of?
I love the depth. From the young guys that have been here since their freshman year, Cam, Jeremiah. Even Dav and the freshman that just came in, Justin, they all showing they plays this year since spring to now this camp. They all showing what they could do. They all ready to step up. And, the transfer from Ohio that's right under me, Blackjack, Jaden Bonsu, he definitely doing good. He definitely going to be one of the next, big-time players coming out of here.
Now, obviously, you guys returned a lot of key players, Eli and Dez, yourself being prominent on that list, but you guys were picked to finish 9th in the ACC. I'm just wondering, just internally, to the extent you guys do pay attention or don't to any of that stuff, do you feel like people are sleeping on this team a little bit heading into this year?
As they should. We ain't finished the season, so we just going to show them what we do. Week 1, all the way until week, 12, we going to just show them.
I'm great. I can't complain. We get to play football, so I'm really excited to be back.
How bad was the heat today?
I feel like yesterday was a little worse because it kind of caught us off guard. We had a couple cool days in a row. So, getting back, acclimated to that heat, it was a little adjustment, but I feel like the defense especially kind of came together and reminded ourselves, the first couple of games really might be a little warm. So once we got that mindset going, I feel like we bounced back pretty well for the heat.
It's hot out there. You guys are on day 11 of camp. You're still 2 weeks away from this. Is this when you really have to kind of dig in a little bit? Because you're right in the dog days of it.
Yeah, that's a great question, great point. We are now, when you get to those double-digit days, for me, I kind of try to look at it as a one day at a time. Practice one, practice one, practice one. But we're human, so we're going to get that thought all right, we have been in camp for a little while. That's exactly like you said. That's when you have to start digging into the core, the standards we have in the back. You have to go into your mindset and remind yourself why you're doing it, your why. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's why is different. But on the days like this, when it's super hot and it's practice 11, and you might not feel like your body, you have to make your mind tell your body it's time to go. We have to go, and it's for a reason. And we prep for this. You know what I'm saying? We're running all summer. We're running all winter. We were on Flagstaff Hill for moments like this, for practice 11, for practice 12. And I'm not even looking. I don't even know how many days we are away from the game. I try to separate that because I feel like that gets us looking too far ahead, and we need to stay more present in the moment, focus on what we need to do right now.
Where have you seen your game specifically improve throughout this offseason?
The biggest thing is my body. Last year I was I wasn't the biggest cat out there, and it showed on some plays. Physically, I had different obstacles than a lot of other people in my position. So I feel like I kind of focused more this offseason on just get my body the most prepared I can be to go out there and do whatever it takes for the team, whether it be on defense or on punt, just being in the best shape and big and strong enough to be able to play inside in the interior and hold it down.
Your name has come up a lot with us, whether it's from Narduzzi or some of your teammates. What have you been really focusing on in camp to really show out?
That's a great question. Again, honestly, like going back, it's been my mindset. My mindset has been a lot different. I know what I'm doing now. You know, this is going on year 3 for me, so it's no longer like worried about the plays. I know my assignment. It's now taking that next step and making those plays. Like, all right, I'm in my gap now. I can escape and go make a play. It's all coming from the mind. It's no physical. Like physically, it's the same game I've been playing my since I started playing. So it's really just where my mind has been. I've been a lot more positive. I've been trying to uplift my teammates because at the same time you're doing that, you're reminding yourself too. It's a mental reminder, like you're saying it out loud, like, hey, let's go. We good. Next play. I'm saying it to them, but I'm saying it to myself. So I would say my mindset is the biggest thing that changed. Thank you.
Isaiah, this D tackle room for you guys has 4, 5, 6 guys that can maybe rotate in there. Where can this room rank maybe amongst ACC schools and nationally too?
I think this room that we're in right now can be one of those rooms that are talked about years from now in the sense of how deep we are. And it's not like deep like, oh, well, it's a this guy he's good and then it's a fall off. It's like if I get tired or if Sean Fitzsimmons gets tired, Nick James, Joshua Whittington, Francis, whoever gets tired, the next guy going in with fresh legs is a guy that the offensive line has to fear. So I feel as though like this group we have, not just inside, but the whole defensive line can be one of those groups that are talked about far along, just even outside of just ACC. I know that's, the main focus, but I feel like nationally we can be one of those groups this year as a defensive line.
How big is that depth over the course of a 60-minute football game? Just being able for you guys to stay fresh in the trenches and just rotate guys in there without a drop-off in performance?
That's a great question. And not only is it a 60-minute game, but we're trying to go play until January in the playoffs and the national championship. So being able to not have a guy have to play 80 snaps on defense is just as a hyperbole, but having that mindset like, all right, I can tap my helmet and trust that the guy behind me, next to me, wherever the case may be, he gonna go in there and do his job and do it to the best of his ability. So it kind of lightens the load a little bit as a defensive lineman because you're playing. We're in the trenches. It's not a position that's glorious or pretty or easy by any means. So that does wear on you a little bit, and just being able to know that the guy behind me and the guy next to me, he can go. I mean, it changes my whole mentality as a game. I can give every ounce of my effort every single play because I'm not worried about the second string being a drop-off.
What have your impressions been on this O-line since it's a little bit new and they're rotating a handful of guys in?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like their group as people, because, we're in camp and this is a time for football growth, but we're going as a team right now as well. So I feel like their group as people have came, it's night and day from what it was last year because we had a couple new pieces last year, but I feel like they never really got the opportunity to be cohesive, come together as one. And as an offensive line, you have to, that's the biggest thing. Y'all have to be one. You have to be on the same page, because if you're all wrong, you're all right. So I feel like coming together, it's been looking good, and I feel like depth for them is another thing. Last year that we didn't really have the greatest amount of depth at offensive line, but I feel like this year it's a lot better as an opportunity for us.
Have any of the new guys stood out to you?
Yes, a couple of them. I'm gonna shout out a young guy because yesterday we had a little battle. Torian Chester. That's a big boy right there. He's from down south, and he'll let you know it too. They had him going a little bit yesterday. He was rotating in and out different groups, but I saw him, and I definitely felt that down south strength a little bit.
We saw you working with the special teams today, hearing you call out the cadence and stuff like that. How have you sort of embraced these different roles that you've been a part of?
Great question. Honestly, I just feel like the special teams, especially the punt unit, I was on kickoff return last year. I don't know if you all know that, but it's something to me that is, I take it just as serious as my job because it's a play on the football field. I love to play football. It's another opportunity for me to show that I love doing what I'm doing. So it's not like a period off when we have it in practice. It's not a playoff for me in the game. It's another opportunity for me to go out there and show that I love this game and I'm good at it. I'm a vocal guy when we're out there, so it's kind of easy for me to give them the ready, set, and I like to, talk to the guys, make sure that, we're going out there with the right mindset, because sometimes when we got punt and we're in period 12, it's a little different than we're in punt in period 3 and you're fresh. So, I try to keep the guys going in that sense, but I don't look at it any different from the position that I came here to play. Like, it's another position on the football field. It's important.
How'd you look back on your first season in Pitt last year? What's your overall sort of takeaways from last season?
Obviously, it's not what I expected or wanted to do, but a lot of things to grow from, a lot of things to look at and evaluate, see what I got to do better, and I got to elevate, obviously.
I think you led the team in receiving touchdowns. What did you feel like you didn't do enough of or didn't do well?
I feel like I got to help the team more just in any way, whether that's just a lot of things I got to do better, whether that's blocking for Dez or, creating even more separation. I just got to get better at every part of my game for real.
Where do you think you've grown the most since the end of last season to now?
Explosiveness. I got a lot more powerful, stronger, gained some weight, so definitely a lot more stronger, definitely explosive.
You said you had some weight. What were you playing at last year? What were you at now?
Last year I probably played at 160-ish. Now I'm like 173, so definitely gained some weight.
You say explosive. Is it like speed? Is it kind of strength after the catch? Where does it kind of show up?
Both. Definitely strength after the catch, speed, just working with Coach Stack and everything in the weight room. So definitely that, both of them.
What's your comfortability like with Eli, just heading into your second season together, as far as just knowing his tendencies, what he likes, what he expects, and vice versa?
The relationship is a lot better. Last year, it was our first year together, first year in the offense together. So this year we worked off season. We're definitely more comfortable together. I know where he wants me to be. I know if it's a certain coverage or a certain thing, I know what he wants me to run, the checks and everything. So the relationship is definitely good.
How have you seen this offense open up more in year 2 with Cade and just overall this offense?
I say comfortability, everyone knowing what to expect. When you know what to expect, it's a lot better. Everyone know the standard this year, so we're definitely attacking it. And we know what we have in the room with all the guys we have. We know we can make a lot of explosive plays, so definitely that.
What's the competition been like? I know you guys have a core unit kind of back, but like the build behind you guys, what has it been like?
It's been real competitive. We look good. I like the younger guys, even like the competition behind the guys we brought in. They're very explosive. We just very explosive. Zion's having a very good camp. He's stepping up to the plate. He's doing good. TK, all the guys for real. Everyone's just looking explosive. So definitely that.
I've heard a little bit about Zion having a good camp. Is he the kind of guy where you could always see that potential in him and you just needed to put it all together?
Just focus and maturity, years getting older and everything. Now he's ready. He's taking that next step. With Kanate leaving, he's taking that next step, to grow. He's ready, so he's having a great camp.
You mentioned Kanate leaving. Was that something where when it happened, you guys kind of maybe knew it was going to happen? Something clicked within the group, everyone kind of saw an opportunity for them to step up and
Definitely. With him leaving, it's more balls, so everyone got to step up, step up to the plate, make more plays, and yeah.
It's, we don't know what we're looking at. We just watch you kick, but it certainly seems like the ball is going high and far. Yeah. Are you kicking well this camp? Are you having a good camp?
I think this is the best camp I've ever had here. I think as far as comfortability with how punt feels, I think it's the best we've had. And I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm hitting it pretty well. I think during the scrimmage, I had like a 57-yard average on 6 or 7 punts, something like that. So I feel good. Today was also another good day. So just keep stacking days.
Is there anything you attribute that to?
I think it's just like hard work in the off season, like over the summer, really analyzing bad punts from last season and learning from those, not just looking at them as like, oh, that's a bad punt, but using it as an opportunity to learn, like why was it a bad punt, and not doing that this camp. So
What did you learn from studying those kids?
I think it's just like getting long, like if my steps are too long, that drop gets a bit too far outside of me and it could tilt the drop a little bit and just have bad contact on my foot. So if I just stay compact, keep my steps within 3 yards, then the outcome is pretty nice. Pretty big balls.
Do you have any numbers behind hang time?
I think in the scrimmage, the biggest ball I had was a 59-yard 5.15. So, but I think that day we averaged around 4.9 hang. So they're all pretty up there. I'm not too sure what it was today.
What's like the goal for hang time?
If it can stay there, then that's really good. But I want to have it be above 4 or 5. Yeah. I don't want it to ever get below that.
What's been your biggest focus this during camp?
Just consistency. I mean, it's my last year, and I got to go out there and just do my job every time, not make it bigger or smaller than it is. Just be consistent. I mean, at the end of the day, if I could just flip the field 45 yards, 50 yards every time, then that'll get me to the NFL.
Coach Ronduzzi talked about how you had a pretty good scrimmage on Saturday and talked about how you're not someone they have to worry about. Is that something that's important to you, that knowing that you can go out there and not be something that the coaching staff has to worry about?
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in that. I mean, I really appreciate that he said that, because I think it was an issue like it has been an issue before in the past, like, oh, Caleb's going out there, who knows what's going to happen, but I'm glad that I've kind of proven myself and worked hard enough to be in a position where that's not an issue anymore, so I take a lot of pride in that.
Was consistency really like the biggest thing that was kind of missing from maybe your first season? I know last year was improved.
Yeah. Yeah, I think consistency was the biggest thing. I mean, there was a ton of games where I'd go out there and I'd have a 50-yard ball and then have a 10-yard ball. Like in the last season, I had a great game against Cal, got put on the red guy watch list. Next game against SMU, had a terrible game. So it's one of those things where I can't have a great game and then a bad game. I got to just keep building up on days and just having consistency.
How has Coach Brodnowski helped you with that?
I think he's just a tell it how it is coach, and he's real with me, and he gives me the freedom to work on things that I need to work on, because I'm at a point in my punting career where I know what I need to do to succeed, and he's given me that freedom, and I really appreciate that from him. So that, I think that's kind of what it's been.
How overall has the punting operation looked from your vantage point, from the snapping to the blocking to everything?
Snapping's unreal. I mean, Neal, he's been doing a great job throwing it back there super fast, so it gives me more time to take my time with steps and get the ball off. But as far as protection and stuff, it looks great. I mean, everybody's so dialed in with punt. It's something that we worked on all summer in like small group stuff, and guys are just taking it super seriously, because that's what wins games. If we can flip the field every time and everybody does their job on punt, that'll set the defense up nicely, and then that's how we're going to get stops with the defense that we have.